If you're calling around asking, how much is your PRP? You're asking the wrong question. It's like comparing gas prices without knowing if you're going to get a full tank or just fumes. Not all PRP is created equal. The blood draw volume, the type of centrifuge, and the quality of the kit, these factors determine whether you're getting 1 billion platelets or 10 billion platelets. And that difference, that's the difference between disappointment and real results. In this video, I'll show you what to really ask when considering PRP treatment and how to spot the clinics that are cutting corners. I'm Dr. Tammy Penhollow, a spine and joint specialist, and what I do is PRP. I do PRP in bone marrow. I do regenerative medicine. This is it. I work at Precision Regenerative Medicine in Scottsdale, Arizona. And if you like what you're hearing, please subscribe, ask questions, because I will answer them in this channel. So I'm going to start with 2 articles, and then we're going to do some actual calculations, and I'll explain why. So why did I even mention 10 billion in the first place? Landmark paper. This has been out since 2021, so this is nothing new. It's no excuse if some of these sports med or family medicine or whoever clinics out there are not following this. It is the Bansal Study. It's called Platelet-Rich Plasma in Osteoarthritis Knee. Correct dose critical for long-term clinical efficacy. I met Dr. Bansal this last February here in Scottsdale. He is such a generous and well-mannered, well-spoken, and highly regarded physician. It was a pleasure to learn from him directly. And we're now able to extrapolate that 10 billion platelet dose that we're aiming for in large joints, think the knee, think the hip, think the shoulder. And it's also important if we're talking about the spine or if we're talking about a couple different targets within an intermediate joint like the elbow. You need that many platelets and all the growth factors and inflammatory cytokines, etc., that go with it in order to get the bang, in order to get the kind of results that you want that are long lasting and that are effective. Anything other than that, and you are paying for garbage. You're basically getting plasma. It's not platelet-rich plasma. So that's number one. The second study, because it's going to become important here, is called Technical and Biological Review of Authorized Medical Devices for Platelet-Rich Plasma Preparation in the Field of Regenerative Medicine. This is by Professor Jeremy Magalon out of France, also 2021. And he compared many systems, dozens of systems actually, and that's meaning the kits, and it's also meaning the centrifuge, and there are 50 commercial systems. So the data is out there. Again, no excuse not to be using the highest quality kits and the highest quality centrifuge. Let's demonstrate why. So let's go back to a little bit of a hematology lesson. The average platelet count in a human is 150 to 400,000 per milliliter. When you get a blood draw, it's a number of milliliters or cc's. So if we're talking about the typical, what I'm seeing out there, and I'll give an example of my patient who I just treated a couple weeks ago. He was calling around to other clinics, and his sports medicine clinic said that they would be able to do one hip for $900, both hips for $1,500. I said, interesting. He says, yes, Dr. Penhollow, that's more than yours. Why? I said, please give them a call right back and ask them how many cc's of blood they're using and what system they're using. They should be able to answer this. This is not a trick question. He called me back and said, well, for each hip, they would draw 15 cc's. That's 1.5. Okay, interesting. So we did the calculations, and this is without having his platelet count because I hadn't had a blood draw on him yet. So let's just say he's on the low end of normal. Let's just say he's at that 150. 150 times 15 cc's equals 2.25 billion platelets in that 15 cc's. But that 25 billion is not all going to get delivered, because during the centrifuge process, a lot of the platelets and the growth factors and the anti-inflammatory cytokines are lost. They're caught within the red cells, they're caught within the white cells, they're gone. Or in some of these cases, they're trapped underneath the silly serum separator, which means that you're really not getting good platelets in the first place. That is plasma, it's not platelet-rich plasma. But I digress. I'm going to concede and be generous. Let's say that kit gave a 60% recovery rate. Highly unlikely it did, because I know what the system's name is and I'm not going to name and shame. But let's just say times 0.6. So that in a sample would be 1.3 billion platelets. Well, didn't we just hear that Dr. Bansal study and many others have corroborated that you need 10 billion platelets? You're getting less than 1/10 of what you need to affect any response in a large joint. So that $900 doesn't really mean much, does it? Similarly, if we'd say, okay, well, now I do know his platelet count because I drew his blood, and it is 275. Even at 275, 275,000 times 15 equals 4.125 billion platelets. Again, assuming that they have a 0.6 or 60% recovery, that's still only 2.5 billion platelets, less than 25% of what the goal is. So, waste of money, complete waste of money. Conversely, let's say that I didn't quite yet know what his platelet count was, and I drew my normal 60 cc's. This is not what I do, but I'm trying to let you know the possibility. 60 cc's times 150,000 is 9 billion. We're only going to get a recovery rate with this kit that I know very well is 90% recovery. So that's 8.1 billion. That's not quite enough for a big joint. I might be satisfied with that in a small joint, like the intermediate joints of the elbow, the ankle, the small joints of the wrist, but it's not going to be enough for a hip. But again, we know his platelet count is 275,000. So 275,000 times 60 cc's equals 16.5 billion platelets times a 90% recovery rate equals 14.85 billion platelets. That's above the 10. And what I love about that means I can put the 10 billion in the joint. I have those other 4.85 billion to put in the ligaments around, because I don't ever just treat the joint. We've got other things that are going on. This is a system. This is a whole organ, if you will. So just putting it intra-articular or within the joint is not enough. So those extra 4 billion platelets within the tendons that are surrounding and the ligaments surrounding, maybe if it's the gluteus medius and gluteus minimus tendons that are often very involved in the hip, there you go. So the system that gets maybe, and I'm being generous, 60% recovery and 1.3 billion on the low side, maybe 2.5 billion on the high side, or a system that has 90% recovery and I'm actually drawing a minimum of 60 cc's of blood, providing 14.8 billion. When we said that 10 is the magic number, that's what we need to be asking. You don't just call and say, what's your PRP price? What's your PRP price? What's your PRP price? That's not it. Ask, how much blood are you drawing? Ask, what system are you using? And in this article of the 50 different systems, I can tell you that there are systems that are known for amazing recovery, like the one I use. That's what's important. How much blood are they drawing? What system are they using? Number 2, are they going to use image guidance? Meaning ultrasound and or fluoroscopy based on what the target is. And is that included as part of the price? Other things to ask if it's included as part of the price are, does that include any sedation? Does that include a nerve block to help numb so that I can tolerate the procedure? Or nitronox inhalational sedation or an oral sedation? Does that also include bracing after the fact, like an elbow brace, a knee brace, a shoulder sling, all those things? There's so much more than the price. You are so much more than your injury. You're an entire human being, and you're a complex being and a unique being. So I also urge you to consider that the person that is doing this spends some time with you. This is not their side job. This is not anything that they're incorporating into a traditional practice where they're mixing steroids and ablations and all these destructive things with something that we know to be constructive or building. Go to an expert. That would be my strong recommendation for you. And if you have any questions about this whatsoever, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you. If you have knee pain and would like to learn more, I have a worksheet called 5 Things to Do Now to Reduce Your Knee Pain Within a Week. Go to www.kneeboostnow.com to download it for free. I'd love to hear from you, so please like, subscribe, and comment below so I can help you get out of your knee pain.